Hey, what's going on, card fighters? So I hope y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving or holiday break, whatever you celebrate, whatever you did this day or this Thursday of November. I hope you had a good time. Hope you rested up. Hope you ate some good food, and we're getting into it with another commentated match video here. This was this was me playtesting ARKHITE against GANDEEVA, just because I haven't seen any ARKHITE. Nobody topping with ARKHITE, nobody trying ARKHITE. So I wanted to see like, hey, is there like maybe something I missed here? Like, is ARKHITE playable right now? And yeah, I'm gonna show you all my findings here in this match video. So OP goes first here. He's gonna pitch and then search the sword because the shield is for what? You guys know what it's for. But anyways, the sword up your win rate percentage, so it's a no-brainer. Anyways, going on to my turn here. So we're gonna pitch the cycle card here. I was trying the cycle card at 2 in the deck, just because I did have room for a 2 of slot, so I was trying this card out. And we're running the Ava Ragline here, just because it's a guaranteed fourth order. Usually with this deck, you want a hard mulligan for to have at least one research order in hand. Call this grade 1 here. I'm just going to swing for 8. I'm not going to proc its ability to make it a 13k. He guards that. We get a crit. Pitches a sword here. Rides up to the 2. Calls out an Alifar here. Could be getting a little bit ballsy, or maybe the Alifar is just bait. But we do take the first hit here. Drive checks GANDEEVA. Then he's going to swing at the Alifar at the rear guard. We take it. Or is he going to swing at the Vanguard? Or no. We're guarding the rear guard. Yeah, we guard the rear guard. Oh, I know what I was doing here. So basically, I just wanted to end my turn on a clear board. So that's the only reason why I guarded the rear guard. So blast 1. Draw a card here. Play. Top 5. So you're going to see a really cool play with this new grade 1 that did come out in set 11, is that we're able to mill it and then get it back to field because of its effect. Alright, so we're going to get Volcano Monster here to hand, and then we're going to CB1 call that grade 1 to field. Which also has another ability: when it attacks or boosts, you can give it 5k, but if you give it the 5k, it retires at the end of the battle. Then put a monster into the order zone off the order card. And I'm just going to swing for 13 here. Sorry for the quite bit of the rumbling in the background. I'm not exactly sure what's happening at the other table. But, or I don't really remember. So I'm going to swing 10. Alright, I swung 10 at Alifar here. Got a heal trigger here, so it's going to be 23 at the Vanguard. We don't heal, sadly. But this attack still goes through, and he guards with 15, and we ended with a clear board here. It's going to pitch the pitch fodder for... Wow, these guys are just tearing it up in the background. I'm sorry, guys. Pitch the pitch fodder, draw 1. And I believe he can only get like 2 binds here. He's going to go ahead and go for GANDEEVA's effect. And he's going to shuffle him up, bind one from drop zone, and draw a card, not soul charge. Sorry, guys. Gotta say here, shoutouts to Ishmael, man, because he played this deck very skillfully for the camera. Because every time he bound a card, he would like reveal it first and then bind it. But so far he has 2 cards in bind. calls out another Alifar here, which he thought, okay. So he thought he could use it, but he couldn't because I'm not grade 3 yet, so he decides to keep the Alifar in hand. He's just gonna search for 17, we take it, he gets a crit, and we get a damage trigger. So this is basically like still a 5k block, but we guard with 15. Standing and drawing here. Debating what I want to pitch. Pitch a 15 here, ride up. Put a monster into the order zone off the order card. Call Wind Monster, Wind Monster's effect. Base a monster. And then give 10k off of ARKHITE skill. I'm gonna call Volcano Monster here. Go for its effect. CB1, retire the rear guards. I have 2 orders. Fortunately, won't get the 5k because he requires that there's 3 research orders in the order zone. But we're gonna swing for a 13 here. Going for like a minimalist board here because we don't really have much. I thought about swinging with the rear guard first, but then I thought, what if you hit the over trigger? So we're in a top 7 here for a monster. Which we don't have a good target for attack. I believe we had like Persona Ride, but I didn't want to call Persona Ride, so I opt to Superior call out a booster here. Which is against my original plan, because obviously this is an ideal board against GANDEEVA, because there's a 3 on board, there's a 2 on board, and there's a 1 on board. But unfortunately, we just had to play into it. Or I felt like at the time I had to play into it. Maybe there was another line where I could have called Persona Ride over the grade 3, but I would still be left with 2 cards on board. I feel like it just didn't matter enough. See, Persona Ride's here. Gonna activate Best Harvest. Then he's gonna activate GANDEEVA's effect to target my board. And he has all 3. So he gets to bind 3 and draw 3 here. So that's gonna put him to 5 cards in bind zone automatically. Call out an Alifar, call out a War General, call out a Maestro. Then he's just going to swing for 30 here. We opt to take it, so we're at 4 now. Then he's going to swing for 35. Call another War General here. We perfect guard it. This War General is going to be 18 by itself, 20 out with the Persona Ride. It's going to be 7 cards in the bind zone. So that's going to be plus 20, plus 14, I believe. Yeah. 32, 42. So it's a 42 attacking column now. Yeah, and we grab 2 15s. Gonna be 44 plus the boost. It's going to be 52. And we just decided to take it here. Unfortunately, we damaged Persona Ride. And we don't have another Persona Ride, but it is what it is. We're just trying to play to our best of our abilities here, and we don't have a 3rd order card either. So, we're scrambling a little bit here, but we're still trying to play the game. Again, sorry for the glare, guys. This was like the first match video we did of the day, so I didn't quite set up my ring light yet. Call out that grade 1, give it 10k off of ARKHITE's effect, a bottom deck a card from the order zone. Call it out, bottom deck a card from the order zone. I think I was trying to go for game here because I knew I wouldn't be able to survive the next turn. So, or at least a meager attempt to go for game. So this is 23 at his Vanguard, guards a 15. And we're swing for 13 at the Vanguard. I was really kind of hoping he would like just 2 to pass my Vanguard since it was so weak. Cause I just wanted to, you know, like if he 2 to passes, then that's one of my win conditions, I guess, kind of. Fortunately, the only attacker we got from that top 7 was, another ARKHITE, but he's smart, he perfect guards here. First check, we get a draw trigger, power to the ARKHITE, draw, and the second check, so we would have got it if he did 2 to pass, but you know, of course we were desperate, so he wasn't going to 2 to pass. Swing at the rear, and then we swing at the other rear guard, because I feel like we couldn't go for game. Okay. Oh no, I had a crit on it, I think it was like 53 or something. That's why we swung at the rear guard, because I just wanted to give him the 1 counterblast resource. Alright, so that's all 3 gone, and then that's a draw 3, bind 3. So he has 8 cards in the bind zone right now. That's going to be put up to 11. So it's a 22 to the front row currently. Calls another War General here. Calls out 2 Maestros. And he's going to swing here with GANDEEVA. This is 45. Or no, 35. And I believe we gave him like a 1 to pass or something. Oh no, we gave it 2 to pass still. So, you know, he's going to swing with 1. Obviously, we have to eat 1 and hope we heal minimally. And we just take it, didn't heal, and going on to the next game. So I think ARKHITE, it's not that ARKHITE's not a strong deck, because it can make really good numbers. It has, he was showing me his hand from the first game. It can make really good numbers. It has access to spot removal. It can draw cards. It can deck thin. I just feel like it has a little bit of a consistency issue. Or maybe I just got unlucky with the deck. But this match really turned me off from the deck. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So we're going to pitch a 15 here. Right up. We're going to get the set order for Ava, and then set it. And pass turn here. Ultimately decides to pitch a best harvest, molding whatever what he wanted to pitch there. Searches the sword, because the shield is for what, guys? Yep, exactly. Plus the sword ups your win rate percentage, so it's a no-brainer. Draws for going second, just swings for 8 here, we take it, he gets a crit. We damage check Persona Ride, and we damage check one of the grade 1s. Ultimately, I decide to pitch Volcano Monster here, because we do have Persona Ride in hand. And we're going to get one of our grade 1 set orders. set it top 5, and I make a huge misplay here. So instead of putting them in my deck, I put the other 4 cards into the drop zone. This was a huge misplay on my part. And I just didn't, like, I was looking at my drop zone and I'm like, how did those cards get in there? And I was thinking about that, and then by the time I realized it, there was like too many things have already happened in the game. So I marked it off in my head as an accepted game state, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have another game after this one, because I feel like that perpetuated to me losing. Just because, like, look, we had like a cycle card, 2 triggers, and an order, which again, we don't make it to 3 orders here, which is, you need at least 3 set orders to be able to, like, unlock not Ava, or no, we do make the 3 orders here, to unlock, what's it called? Her, ARKHITE's full ability. So we get 2 wave loss here, we mill a wave loss, add a wave loss. Put a wavy loss in there. We don't have anything else. Call the wavy loss. Debating on whether or not I want to make the column. Decided to put it behind my Vanguard. We're going to Soul Blast 2, draw a card here. Put wavy loss on the bottom, give 10k. Well, 15 because it gets 5 because there's 3 orders. Retire Alifar here. Put Volcano Monster on the bottom, give him +5 from his ability, then 10 from ARKHITE's ability. Yeah, this is where I, like, basically realized, like, a turn later that I screwed up. Have no idea how I even let that happen, man. It just happened. So we're gonna swing for 31 here. He takes it. Grade 1 goes to the drop zone. Then we're gonna swing, goes to the order zone off of Ava's effect. Call another one. So right now our Vanguard is 2136 and we have 28k rears. He takes it, get nothing. Swing for 28. He takes it, gets a heal trigger, doesn't heal, and then swing for 28. And he grabs it for 10k. Pitch another draw trigger here. Activate Best Harvest. And then target one of my grade 3s and my grade 1. So they get both. So he's getting draw 2 and bind 2 here. Currently 2 cards in bind zone. Calls an Alifar, calls a Maestro, calls a War General. Swings with the Alifar for 14, I believe. I guard. Then he's gonna swing for 17. Activate the Alifar. So he could have done, he could have swung with both rear guards first, and boosted with the Maestro and would have gotten to 5, and then still have, 1 rear guard left to give trigger powers to. But, he didn't realize that until after the fact. Yeah, like we're shout out to Nick. He's right next to Ishmael. So like we were discussing what he could have done, like after combat already had happened. But we were discussing how he could have played it slightly differently. So he's gonna bind one here, draw one. We get the over trigger here. And then he was like, oh, it just didn't matter what I did. And he's gonna get his draw here. We're gonna Persona Ride. Go for monsters here to put into the order zone. Call, give him 10. Put another monster into the order zone off of the Grade 2's effect. Call Wavy Loss, Soul Blast 2, draw 1. Give it 10 and then 5 off of its own effect. So I go ahead and go swing for 30 here at his Vanguard. He takes it. Then I swing for 36 at his Vanguard. He perfect guards. First check nothing, second check critical trigger. I end up giving everything to the Grade 2 Wind Monster, which I feel like was a slight punt here because the Wavy Loss was bigger than the Grade 2 monster, so I should have given the crit to Wavy Loss because this is just a guard of 2 15s here, versus he would have had to expend that extra 5k off of Wavy Loss or even use a perfect guard. So I do feel like I punted there a little bit. So he's going to go for Persona Ride here. Karen Blast 1. They both leave. He's just going to bind 2 here, no draw, because he didn't activate Best Harvest. Call an Alifar. If I'm not mistaken, there should be 7 cards in the bind zone right now. Or no, 8. There should be... No, 7. I just take it. I was really hoping for a defensive trigger there. Now there's 8. Call another War General here. We perfect guard his Vanguard. Gets a crit. Gives all effects to the unboosted War General. Swings here. I basically had to block with 4 15s. And he's going to swing again. Obviously, I couldn't block this one. And that's the end of Game 2, guys. But we do a Game 3 here, just because of my fumble in Game 2. I wanted to give you guys another game to where it's like, my misplay didn't change the entirety of, like, the entire structure of the match itself. I go for a Mull 4 here because I was trying to get the order card. Because again, it's just really it's like really important that you try and open with a set order in your opening 5, or try to hard Mull for it. I'm gonna search the sword here. Gonna stand and draw. Pitch Volcano Monster. Search for the Eva order. And draw for going second. Play the Eva order. Play the Grade 1 here. Swing for 8. And then we're going to swing for 8 again. Get a crit. Take him to 3. Then he draws for turn, pitches a sword. Calls Alifar here, swings for 10, we take it. And he's going to swing for 10 at our rear. We up to guard it. Stand and draw. Pitch a wavy loss here. Activate the set order, reveal top 5. So Persona's going to go to hand, then pitch the grade 1, then it's going to come back. The only reason I pitched the wavy loss is because like my only other pitch target was Persona Ride, and then I get Persona Ride off top 5. So I'm just like, man, could have kept that wavy loss for that extra draw, eh? Oh, I have another wavy loss. Okay, so I'm thinking about committing it here. So I ultimately commit wavy loss here behind my Vanguard, just because I was trying to go for a certain pressure of where I put him to 4. So we're going to draw a card here. At this point, it really wasn't looking too bad for us. Put Volcano Monster into Order Zone. Then we're going to swing for 13. He takes it, gets it defensive. Then we're going to swing for 18 at his Vanguard. Which he guards. We get a heal chair, so let's go put it to rear guard. And then we're going to swing for 23 at the Vanguard. And he just intercepts. Pitch the pitch fodder. So last 1. Bottom it, draw a card. Gonna activate GANDEEVA. So he's gonna bind 2, draw 1 here. Play Rugant. CB1, draw 1 and bind 1. Play War General. Yes, 3 currently. Can get to 4 with War General. Now swing with the Rugant first for 16. Decide to take it. Let's swing for 19. We decide to take it. Gets a crit. Gives it all to the War General. We take it, go to 5 here. Which I believe maybe I should have blocked the first Rugant. But, you know, I was really hoping for a defensive within those first 2 attacks. And it just didn't happen. So we're going to CB1, kill the Rugant. Just because Interceptor. Thinking about killing the other rear guard here, but I ultimately decided to call an ARKHITE so it can have the plus 10. Was just trying to go for a pressure turn here, which really sucks because we really didn't have any. He's just gonna swing for 15 or guard 15. And then, again, it was just another one of those top 7s where, like, none of these cards were good as an extra attacker. So I ultimately decided to just come into the back row here. Hopefully I get a crit is my thought process. Just so I'd be able to still pressure or threaten lethal. But he perfect guards my Vanguard swing here. And this is 21-41 with a crit. And he just perfect guards it again. He's gonna Persona Ride here. Which if we had a way of surviving this turn, I don't think we were in such a bad spot, in my personal opinion. So right now he has 4, so that's gonna put him up to 6 cards in bind zone. Draw 1 here. Call Alifar. It's the plus 22 to the front row. This is 32. And we ultimately just take it just because our hand isn't strong enough to block those like 4 massive attacks. Like if he didn't Persona Ride, maybe we had a chance, but because he did Persona Ride, like there was just no shot. Like we had to go 5 so early. But yeah guys, just again me testing these decks so that you don't have to. Don't forget to give me a like, comment, subscribe, share the video guys. Again, we're growing little by little every day. We are so close to our goal. My current goal is like before the end of the year to reach 1K guys, and I'm gonna be doing like giveaways and stuff, like mat giveaways of the channel mat. So like more info on that like once I've planned out exactly how I want to do multiple giveaways. But yeah, look forward to that in the future guys, and I'm gonna be giving you more really in-depth content just like this. Anyways, y'all have a good night.